From After Dark, World Headquarters. This is your Favo Right correspondent, KD, welcoming you to the morning report for KD After Dark. Friday, March 4th. Get up, you'll feel better. Too bad you don't have your own KD After Dark coffee mug. I'm working on that though. Let's get right to it, shall we? For the music fans out there, and for the people that are curious about, well, what does KD recommend? Stones in Exile. You want to know how good the music scene was in the early 70s? Guess who's leading the way? These guys. It talks about the making of Exile on Main Street. And Exile on Main Street, for those in the know, you know. And the album prior to that is Sticky Fingers. Now, I personally like Sticky Fingers a little bit better than Exile. But Exile is a magnificent record from a magnificent band. People always touted them as the greatest rock and roll band in the world. I'm sure in 1971, 72, they were nuts. They were the greatest rock and roll band in the world. So, it talks about their tax problems in the UK. And Bill Wyman, that's Bill, the bass player, said that if we made £1 million a year, which we didn't. All right, quid is a term for the English pound. It's worth a little more than $1. He said under the Labor government of the late 60s and early 1970s, they taxed people at 93%. And they could never pay their taxes. And he said, so this, imagine this £1 million, which we didn't have. At the end of the year, you had 75 grand. So we had to get out. So it's the story, multiple stories about how they fled to France and made this magnificent record. I highly recommend it. Don't know anything about rock and roll? Good place to start right here. Especially 1970s rock and roll. T-shirts are coming. I know what's going to look like. I've seen the design. I've okayed it. Things are in the works now. This is what I am willing to tell you. It will be a black T-shirt. And it will be with the logo, which I'm not ready to show you yet. And postage paid $25 in good old US of A. It's a limited run. It's a limited run. I'm not going to have 300 of these. I'm going to have a few. So, you should get one of these. You should get one of these. Stay tuned for further information about it. I'm not taking pre-orders. I'm going to show you what you're going to get prior. I'm going to have everything in line because this is my first attempt at mail order and I'm very interested and excited about it. So that being said, stand by on that. Subscribers, help me out. I got 252. Can I get to 253? Or as Thunderbolt Patterson, professional wrestler, said, get on the phone and call somebody and tell somebody. Put your hand on the screen. So anyway, I was talking to a good friend of mine this morning, and he says you need to promote Duke's Relish. Well, I have been remiss. Do you see that? You don't see it everywhere. You need to get in on this. Duke's Relish, well, if you're a Duke's fan, you know, but it's in the green lid. It's in the 16-ounce jar. So, this is the way to enjoy Duke's Relish. And no, it's not going to be some crazy eating stunt today. I'm going to show you just how exactly it goes. A Ritz cracker with Duke's Relish, another Ritz cracker, and a piece of sharp cheese in between, right? Is it good? Mmm. Mmm. Get some Duke's Relish. I'm telling you. It's a taste sensation. Okay. I have promoted Duke's Relish. We're getting close. Very close to my first t-shirt sale. Get that 20 and 5 together. Can you dig it? You know, if I'm going to have anything to do with it, it's got to be groovy, right? Oh, it's going to be groovy, all right. I've talked about Exile on Main Street, the great DVD or Blu-ray known as Stones in Exile. Oh, there's one last thing. People have been telling me all day, bring back the hustler jokes. No problem. Chosen by Larry Flint personally. Lying in bed with his wife, a farmer reached over and stroked her bare breasts. You know, Mabel, he said, if these gave milk, we could sell the cow. Sighing, Mabel patted her husband's crotch. And if this stayed harder longer, she said, we could fire the farmhand. One more. Doris asked the pharmacist, do you have condoms in size extra large? Yes, he responded. Do you want some? No, thanks, Doris said. But would you mind if I hung around until someone comes in who does? Chosen by Larry Flint personally, Hustler's Dirtiest Jokes. I hope somebody woke up listening to that. I'd say with me, shall we? Always be nice until it's time not to be nice. Be kind to animals. Discipline equals freedom. Never complain. Never explain. Be quick. Don't be in a hurry. Just like me promoting my t-shirts. I'm quick, but I'm not in a hurry. I'm going to have everything together before I bring it out on the world. You don't have unlimited time, don't you know that? One day you'll just be a memory to people. Why don't you try to make it a good one? And the past doesn't need you. It just doesn't. Your future does. So from Mr. and Ms. America, all ships at sea and all sods everywhere, this is KD saying, I'll see you out there.